Hey guys, welcome back to the Disparate Dyad podcast. I know it's been a hot minute since we uploaded. I'm just saying this beforehand because I have a hard time putting these up. We have our first guest on the shut up. We have our first guest on the podcast today. Please don't applaud because she won't hear you. Here is Kat, the VTuber. Hi Kat, how's it going?
Hello.
Clap, clap, clap.
Mini clap. Doing good. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. That's good. We've been waiting a long time, Jared.
Oh yeah, we've been waiting longer than I thought.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just start off with a quick introduction. Introduce yourself. Like, imagine like you were introducing yourself to like a new person. How you'd introduce yourself as a VTuber.
I'm Kat. I do content creation. And I'm into watches and watchmaking.
Yes, we did hear about that earlier. You are into watchmaking.
And give us like the quick sort of rundown. Like if someone shows up to like your Twitch channel, what kind of are they gonna find like in like your about page? Just like as a quick rundown of who you are.
Not family friendly. That's about it. I love doing horror games, and I'm obsessed with puzzles, and just generally unhinged, I think. Yeah.
That's fair. I think the best people are unhinged at times, you know? Some of the best jokes I've ever come up with were just unhinged things just off the dome, you know? Yeah, and then
I mean,
sorry.
I feel like that's how people find their favorite VTubers though. They gotta find someone who's like a little unhinged, and they gotta match that freak, and they're like, yeah, this is my favorite, you know?
Oh yeah.
You gotta find the
have an
VTuber
audience
that
that
hits your
loves it.
right frequency of freak, you know? Just that sweet spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they love me watching bully people. But yeah, sorry.
I will admit I am one of them. I get bullied a lot.
I feel like you shouldn't be as proud of that as you are, man.
I wear that like a badge of honor. I will die on that hill. Hello? Okay, I went out of focus for a second. Yeah, I guess so. Just like what's your deal? Where'd you come from? Like, what got you into content creation? Was there anything that like steered you in that direction, or was it just something that you just knew you wanted to do for a long time?
I mean, I used to stream for like as a hobby, and my friend and we started playing Valorant. That's how we met, actually. But yeah, my friend was like, because of the way people were acting when we played games together in our like voice chats, in like our teams and stuff. My friend was like, "You should upload these to TikTok," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." There's like, I within like a matter of like it was under 9 months. In the first month, I got to like 10,000 followers on TikTok from just like people being thirsty as fuck. And just, and under 9 months, I got to like 100K, and then I stopped posting Valorant content, and it slowed down after that. But I think that was like the height of like, oh, let me give this a go, I guess.
Did you find that like Valorant was a good onboarding point for a lot of people? I know some people find it hard
Yeah.
when they focus really hard on one game and then to try and branch out. But I know at this point you've been playing kind of a variety of a few different things.
Yeah, I mean, my metrics definitely dropped. After
Which I think is something that's
I'm gonna
bound
be
to
honest.
happen.
I just, yeah, I can't. I couldn't do Valorant anymore because the community changed a lot. A lot of people stopped playing, and what I enjoyed were just like this horde of, I don't know why. I guess like Riot made an effort to include a lot of women, and with the game changers and everything, with Valorant, and it's just a lot of, especially at the height of like COVID and stuff, a lot of people were playing like video games and, you know, just staying inside and binging content. And I mean, there were always a lot of women playing like a lot of fucking video games. Oh, sorry, can I curse?
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I said heinous shit on here. It's fine.
And I think it's just like Valorant just like harbored this culture of like, oh, it's safe to use voice chat in this game. Because like in most games, when you use voice chat, you get bullied or you get like harassed, and people like throw games. Like I got banned from Counter-Strike so many times because people would stand in
Wow.
front of me when I'm trying to like op. And
Mhm.
and because of that culture, there was this like horde of like specifically subby e-girls that played Sage. And like they were my fucking bread and butter. It was so fun. And I wish someone made a game just like Valorant, cause so that all of those people could go back to playing and using voice chat, because it was like speed dating. You would like go into a Swift Play or a Spike Rush game and you would meet like 4 new people, and 10 out of like 1 out of 10 times it's gonna be like this girly pop that's like way too enthusiastic, and just made like it made it made the game fun and easy to clip farm, and it was just entertaining in general, I guess. But yeah, I mean, playing other stuff is fun, but it is a bit of a struggle to find a game that's like quite as lucrative for creation, like content creation in general.
Yeah, I think Valorant during COVID was one of those games. It was like it was like a nice little like it was like a once in a every like 10 years type of thing where like you had like this perfect place to farm content, and like that only comes around every once in a while. Like first it was like Valorant, before that it was like Among Us when everybody was doing collabs.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so like just we want to know a little bit about yourself, like little personal things. So like do you have like a favorite game, favorite shows, favorite books, favorite hobbies, things like that?
Um, I have a cat. Her name is Sushi. She's named after my favorite food.
Hmm.
Um, I love sushi. Oh my god. Both the cat and the food. Um, Let me see. My favorite book. I honestly I don't read that much, but
That's fair.
when I did, I think. Wait, I need to look this up. Was it called The Magician? It was such a good book. I recommend it if there is anyone that is interested in reading. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm. You're gonna have to
Oh, did you fill the air?
take this out. Sorry. Oh, there we go. No. As in, like, wait, because it's taking me too long. I found it. Okay. It's Raymond
There's
E.
no cuts. They're
Feist.
gonna sit there and marinate in that silence.
No, that's fucked up. But yeah, the book is called Magician by Raymond E. Feist. I'm not sure, but it's a really good book, and it's a book series. It's very
Oh.
long. That is one thing I can recommend for sure. It was very entertaining. Um, I honestly, TV series, I binge Netflix like it's a job. I don't know. I I have ADHD and I can't do anything, and I really truly mean that. Sometimes during stream, I have like series on the side. I'm like I have a problem with not being able to do anything without like having something else on the side. So if I'm playing a game, I have to be watching something.
That's
Sometimes
fair.
when I'm streaming, I'm watching someone else stream on the side with like low volume, and I'm
That's
playing the
fair.
game and talking to people, and it's just like I can't cope without it. So yeah, I mean,
So,
I
are you able to like do you like
yeah,
fully grasp what's happening in the show while doing the other thing? Like, are you able to like
almost,
multitask those
yeah,
two things? That's crazy, but
almost,
that's like really
yeah.
cool.
I will say it's a lot more common than you think that people are just like straight up watching
Really?
TV while they're streaming or
Yeah,
doing other stuff.
I
yeah.
see.
No, it's
I feel like I
because
can never focus while doing that,
ADHD.
but that's like
Yeah.
that's I don't know. I feel like that's
I
kind of
could
super
never.
fun
I can
though.
Yeah.
barely focus on the show when I'm watching it normally.
Oh, that's so fun because okay, so I'm not even okay, so it's kind of common. This is something I've seen where people are playing something and watching something. That's fine. One thing I do, I don't talk about this a lot, is I sometimes I have a series going, I have a stream going, and I'm also VOD reviewing. So I have to like process the good clippable parts in my VODs while listening to the stream and watching the series.
That is
And I
so
comprehend all
much.
three, and it's the problem.
I
And
could
it's not
never.
stimulation overload. You're just like, no, this is the perfect amount of things happening. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I can't. No, seriously. Oh my god.
That's
When
right.
I try and keep my like focus on one thing, I like every time I play Valorant, I have a chess game on the side that I'm playing.
That's crazy. You're really good at chess. I think the only time I watched her play chess,
Yeah.
I'm generally like mind boggled. Me and Jared have only ever played chess against each other, and we're both bad at it. We're both awful.
Oh, okay. Oh, we should play, yeah.
No, I'm
Do
okay.
you like know the strategies where you're like, oh, this is a queen's double backflip I'm implementing
what?
right here, or I don't know, I don't know them, or like, oh, this is the jester's, double-handed backslap,
What are you saying?
Okay, so there are very few of those mid game. The only time that would apply is an opening. So openings are set in stone because it's like textbook, right? Because it's been studied for like so many years. It's been studied to death to the point where like any kind of opening that you do, any kind of like the first, I don't know, 5 to 10 moves that you do, they have already been calculated before. Like they've been tried out to see which one is more advantageous, how you can like proceed with that. For example, if you open like, I don't know, to set up your freaking bishops and your queen to be looking to the right side of the board, you're hoping that they will like castle towards the short side. Do you know how like the king sits on one side of the board? It's centered, but it's only on one side because it's like 8 squares. So there's a long castling and there's a short castling. People always short castle because then you have to move 3 pieces from in between instead of 4. So there are openings that try and like. Am I boring you guys?
No.
This is so
I only learned about castling recently, so I'm like, I'm in. I'm sold.
So yeah, there are like openings that try and like bank on the idea that they will short castle because it's more convenient, it's more common. So you try and like move your pieces to have more control towards that side of the board. It's about setting yourself up for success. Like the only thing, I mean, I don't know too much about it either because I learned chess by watching other people play, and I never studied it. But I got to learn these things over time by watching like other people play a certain way because certain openings are so common. Like you open with a London, it's boring, but it's so solid that everyone does it.
Yes, the London. I'm aware. I know this one.
Yeah, Shelly, what's your favorite
But, like-
opening?
Queen's Gambit. Like the show.
That is such a good show, though.
I heard it's really good. I've seen some clips on TikTok, and I'm like, man, I need to watch this. I haven't watched it. No, I've seen clips. No,
I
haven't seen
don't
it,
want to
no.
hear it. Oh my god.
No, I haven't seen it,
The
unfortunately.
fucking- oh no, I can't.
See-
We're gonna watch that anyway. That's for another thing.
So what would you say is your favorite food as well? Sushi, right?
It was sushi, right?
Yeah, sushi and dumplings.
And
big fan.
then are you a fan of music?
I am a fan of music, but my memory. Okay, so the way my memory works is, I retain how I felt about something, and I retain numbers very well. I do not retain like information, like facts, words, names. It's gone. Like it's gone. They don't exist. I will be like a massive fan of a band or a song, and I will forget its name or title or artist. It just it goes away from me.
That's fair. That's fair. So you don't have like a favorite song that you could say off the top of your head right now? You don't know?
Okay, I can tell you recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recently, my favorite band has been overall Måneskin because their vibe is like so on point. It's like perfect. That's how every male on this earth should behave. The way their lyrics are written is just so perfect.
All right, I'll take notes.
Yeah.
But the song that I've been obsessed with lately is Eat Your Young. Let me see.
Should I be doing that? Is that
No.
okay?
No, that's not by Måneskin.
Okay, no, good to know.
It's Hosier.
Oh, okay.
It's such a good song.
That one,
honestly.
I know
Oh
the
my
Hosier
God.
guy. I know that guy.
Yeah.
I have like
I'm
I have like
glad.
a weird vivid memory from when I was younger because like Well, so my mom and dad aren't together anymore. If the fun fact. And at one point,
Whose is at this point? It's 2026, but yeah, go on.
yeah, whose is anymore? That's very rarely his is, but um, what was I gonna say? Oh, I have like a vivid memory. So it was like there was that song when it came out, like what was it? Like, Won't You Stay With Me? I don't know the words, or I don't know the actual name. By Hosier. It was like when it was like really big back then. And my dad was talking about it, and he just looked at me and he's just like, if your mom listened to this song, we'd still be together. And I was like, I'm like, Dad, I'm just trying to play Call of Duty. What do you mean?
Oh no.
I'm just trying to play Call of Duty.
That is actually so fucking funny, dude. I feel like men have a hard time like comprehending like how
Guilty.
little they care to
Oh, wait, not
like
guilty.
what women are saying in relationships. Okay? Cuz like women are like, "Hey, can you do this thing?" And they say it 5 million times. And then when she finally leaves, they're like, "Oh, I have no idea why she left." I'm like, "Dude, you are like
There were
every
no
time a guy
signs.
says, yeah, no, seriously. If I'm interested in someone and I like talk to them about like their past relationships, if I ever hear the words, I don't know why she left me, you are over. Like you are a walking man-child red flag. That's what you are. Like there is no fucking way that a man can think that if this woman listened to this song, they would be together. Like that's like the
My
emotional maturity speaks for itself.
I will
It's
admit, my dad was a bit of a
non-existent.
character. He was a bit of a character.
No, like I'm sorry. That's I don't even know him, but I can tell you, non-child.
Yeah, that checks out. I would say that about my dad. At times
But yeah.
at times he could be a little bit of a guilt tripper too. Oh, that really pissed me off. He loved to guilt trip, and I
Oh,
was just like, Dad, just shut up, shush, shut your
um,
mouth.
but you know,
Um,
I honestly, when people mention like when people casually talk about how they did something with like both their parents, I'm like, it takes me like over a second of confusion, and then I'm like, all right, people have like parents that are together. I'm like,
I will say I grew up in a place where it was very common for people's parents to not stay together.
yeah.
It is always funny because both my parents are still together, and your stories are more common with my friend group because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing something with like my family this weekend. We're all getting together, and they're like, wait, with like both your parents? And I'm like, yeah, and they're like, oh right, yours are still together, and I'm like, yeah, we're all
Yeah,
going to
that's
like an
weird.
anime convention, and they're like, you're all going to an anime convention with your parents, and I'm like, yeah, they're chill like that, and they're like, what?
And then like I hear like these families coming together for like holidays. I'm like, you guys have families?
Yeah.
What is that?
I will say I always dreaded going to family holidays. I always dreaded it. Not
No.
because they were bad, but just because they'd ask me questions I didn't know how to answer.
What? What were they asking you?
They're like, "Oh, what are you doing with your life?" And I'm like, "Don't we all want to know? Don't we all want to know?" They're like, "Oh, how's school?"
Okay,
And I'm
so
like, "Wouldn't you like to know? Do I want
Were
to
at
tell
least the
you?"
Oh
holiday
my
dinners
God.
good? Was at least the food worth it?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
but they
Yeah.
got mad at me because I was a picky eater, so I only ate like turkey and mashed potato.
Oh no. Shelly, you just lost every point that you've ever gained in my eyes.
What
It's gone.
points? Let's be realistic here. What points have I gained? I've been nothing but red flags recently.
Recently.
That is not true. That is so not true. Oh
That's
my
true.
God.
I'm pretty great.
I would
Anyway,
pick you over like half the fucking men I know in my life. I'm gonna be so fucking real with
tell
you.
that to the other
But
women.
no,
Damn it.
but no, I honestly, I don't know, man. I really always hoped that I would marry into like a family that were like together and had the holidays together, so I could finally have that like family feeling. And then my mother-in-law disowned my husband for marrying me, so now we're both we're both lacking a family.
Ooh.
Oh my God, absolute lunatic.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. I always hear that from you, and I always just think it's crazy every time.
Yeah, no. She was insane. She like hired a private investigator when we first started dating. Because he wanted to come meet me in person. And she like literally got a contact from a friend of hers that is in Turkey to hire a private investigator to check me out to see what I'm about. And I'm like,
Wow.
See, that's something I would never do. I would never hire a private investigator on someone unless it's my wife and
yeah.
she might be cheating on me. That I'm like, okay, maybe I might have to.
Yeah, she was like, oh, she's from like a Middle Eastern country because Turkey is like the bridge between Europe and Asia.
Mhm.
And
I
oh,
knew
she's
this.
from like this Middle Eastern country. She's after your money and blah 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 blah. And it's like it's so fucking weird, man. People need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like what you said before, like how like you're marrying a family. That's just what I do with his family. I just go hang out with them.
Our family's basically adopted him at this point. It's kind of.
I'm one of them.
That is so nice.
It's
I mean, that's, you know, I got it wrong. I didn't have to marry into it. I just need to make a best friend that has
just
a
go
fucking
find one.
like,
Yeah. Just go find a
fair
family.
parent.
I mean, the way me and Jared met is kind of weird. We met in a hip hop dance class when we were 10.
Yeah.
We both signed up for hip hop dance class, and we were the only guys in there. So we were like, I guess this is it. We're the friends now.
Well, yeah, because all the girls like pair up because they're like, oh, pair up and like make a dance together. So we looked at each other, we're like, only
I
guys.
guess it's
so
us.
then we're like, let's make a dance together.
And
then
you know
did,
what?
like, a
We
fun
killed that
dance.
shit. We killed that shit.
Well,
good.
your chance at like finding some action and you chose no.
I think there was a point in that dance class where I was still in like my girls have cooties phase, so I was supposed to pair up with a girl, and then me and her were just like, no, we're not pairing up together.
Okay,
Wait,
there were
do
some
boys
girls in that
really have
dance
that?
class that didn't like me though, because there was one girl that like beat me up, which was bad. Did you not know about that?
Did I hear you right? You got beat
So
up by a girl in dance class?
She punched me in the balls, man.
Wait, we're being fat. Wait,
Was
is
it-
that what you said?
Being fat is crazy.
No, no. Oh, so what happened?
I
Was
was
she
about to
punched?
get outraged.
No. She punched me in the balls, and then she was like, and she turned to the other girl, and she's like, and that's how you deal with a guy. And I was like, what did I do? I was literally just standing there,
Which is
and then
crazy. Because I know he's like the nicest person ever. Even when he was younger, Jared was the
No,
nicest
wait.
person ever.
I didn't even do anything. Like I think they called me over and they were like, "Hey Jared, come here." And then then they did that. And then I was like, "What the hell?" And then they were just like,
Okay.
"Yeah, I just wanted to show you that." And I was like,
I,
"What the
okay. I misheard you at the start. I was about to be outraged, but hearing the reasoning behind it, I'm less mad.
Of all the people that did that to you, I
She
would have been the
had it
better option, I
right.
think.
She had the right idea. A wrong execution, but the
Well,
right
yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Look, I was like, you could have demonstrated on someone else. You called me over and then just punched me for no reason. And then I was just having a bad
I must have
day.
not been in there that day. Yeah,
Um,
and then after that, me and Jared we lost contact for 2 years
Well, yeah, because we were like 10 years old.
because we no longer did dance class.
Yeah, so I ended up going to do because we were in hip hop together, and I was like, I want to do Ukrainian dance, so I went and did that, and then I think did you just stop doing hip hop?
I did hip hop for another year and then I stopped.
Yeah, and then so then we just never talked to each other for like was it 2 years I think?
2 years for sure.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then
And then
we
both joined
we-
the Air Cadets, and then we were like, wait a second, I know you.
And then they just talked like it never like
Wait, you
those 2
both
years
did
never
what?
happened.
Sorry.
We did Air Cadets. So you know how there's like
Huh?
JROTC in like the States?
No.
It's
Sorry.
So you know like the military, right?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So
Sure. I'm not
there's
North
like
American, so.
Yeah, there's like this program in Canada where they have they kind of teach you some of the stuff about like what goes on there about like airplanes and like they have military and navy for boats or whatever where they kind of teach you all this stuff, but it's more about like camaraderie, working together, learning leadership skills, you know, public speaking, like kind of those skills that people should know, and it's a way that they kind of get kids to get out there and learn these things, and it's kind of just I guess public program because it's free to like attend.
yeah, it's public,
And so they kind of
it's government funded, so like there's no
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And so we both kind of joined that thing because there's not a lot to do in a small town. And so we both joined. And the reason I ended up joining was because they have kind of like a badge system. You can like rank up and level up. And I was like, whoa, leveling up
Sounds
IRL,
like
that
Boy
sounds
Scout.
great.
Yeah, they
Boy
gamified it for
Scout
him and he
vibe.
was set.
That's all I needed, really.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
Boy Scouts, but it's more like official. and more
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and they really care about
Okay.
like strictness and like looking presentable and things like that. Like you had to iron your uniform every
Mhm.
day, and you had to like shine your boots, things we never did. Um,
Oh, it's a bit more military vibes.
Yeah,
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 it's a
yeah.
lot
That
like
kind of
it's it's
idea.
it's it's technically like if we were to go to war, they technically are a branch in the military and can be called upon if like
Well,
the
so
last resort.
they never send the kids, but like the adults who are a part of it are on
Yeah,
the
they're
reserves.
all on the reserve list for if
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
They'll never
Okay.
send the kids. Um
Never say never.
yeah. But get to a little back on track about you. You told us how you got into streaming and content creation. Is that something that you always kind of knew you wanted to do, or was it just something that was like you kind of got like glided into and you found out you really enjoyed it?
Um, I think I always knew I wanted attention. Okay.
That's fair.
And it just
Spotlight
worked.
on
Okay.
me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Even as a child, I would just like I was so social. I would like just like go and talk to people. And like, I don't know. In my teens, I would get drunk and like just like casually walk up to people and just like talk to them randomly and just like make new friends on the street. I've just always been fucking weird. So, I don't know.
Based on that,
I
would you say you're more of an extrovert then?
Um, it's funny because I have crippling anxiety and I don't leave my
Oh.
house anymore. So
That's fair.
I'm like social in I'm very extroverted, but in a very shut in, agoraphobic way.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I wouldn't say I'm the same, but I'm like once I get into a conversation, I'm a very social person, but I'm very terrible at starting them and very terrible at meeting new people. I'm really awful at that.
I don't know how to describe it, man. I don't want people to be in my personal space. Like I'm so happy to meet new people. I'm super extroverted, like I'm super social. But the moment someone, oh my God, it triggers the fuck out of me when people touch me when they speak. You know those people that like touch you
Oh,
when
yeah,
they
yeah,
speak?
yeah.
You know, they put your hand on your like arm or your shoulder or your like leg, not in a creepy way, but like just
Yeah, there's
like
some
they
people who
Just
just
in
stick their
general.
hands. And like, yeah, they get there like or like move their hands in front of your fucking face when you're too close. Like I move my hands, but I'm not up in your fucking face. Like um, I don't know. I just want everyone to be staring at me and talking to me, but also not touching me from a distance. You know what I mean?
And you know,
I
Yeah,
feel
streaming's the
that's
like
best way
fair.
for that. Streaming's perfect for that.
the name, yeah, the name cat really worked for me because a lot of people were like, "You are basically a fucking cat." Because I want attention. I want to be touched when I want to be touched, and the moment is too much, get the fuck out of my face. I don't know. I would say I'm a bit of an extrovert, but I'm very aggressive when people invade my personal space.
Yeah, which is fair.
Do you think
But
that's
yeah,
kind of
streaming
why you
works
ended
for
up
me.
going with the like VTuber route as well?
Um, honestly, the VTubing thing was like a half measure for me because what I really wanted to do is like create this. I spent my like childhood growing up and like my early adulthood um playing D&D and like tabletop games and GURPS and stuff. And like I've always been obsessed with like designing a character and like role playing it. And I've spent my whole life like role playing in a lot of different games, like tabletop aside. And I always like built these like characters and like I guess like written down the specifics of like how they look. And I really loved like the idea of like making it come to real life, right? So when I found out VTubing is a thing, I was like, wow, okay, this is exactly what I want, but it's anime. So I'm not a fan of the anime aesthetic. I love anime. I'm just not a fan of the anime aesthetic when it comes to my character, right?
Mm.
I would love for my character to be like semi-realism but stylized, like the way you would see elves in like D&D because that's what I grew up with, right?
Mm.
Like in those like medieval settings, it's always like this stylized semi-realism vibes where like a human looks like a human but it's like cartoonish almost. So I'm aiming to but like yeah, with the popularity that came to VTubing, um, I've gotten to find even more VTubers that have realistic 3D models, and I was like, that's what I want. So it costs anywhere from 10 to 15,000 or even more to get a high quality 3D model in that style. So it's insane. I mean, even anime style 2D models can, a good quality one can cost up to like 10K. So it's a very expensive journey to be on because I haven't even like the model that I use is a customizable one. It's not even fully
Mm,
custom. It's just a customizable one.
Mm-hmm.
And despite that, despite not having a model that's my own, I have sank like $6,000 into this where like there's a lot of art, there is concept design, there is character sheet, emotes, all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the day where I can like get a full on um semi-realism like stylized 3D model because that would like I don't know, it would bring like my character to life because the current character that I use is like essentially like an amalgamation of like all the D&D characters I always made or
Yeah.
like, you know, other tabletop RPGs, I guess.
um, w- what would you say was like your go-to or like your favorite I guess kind of type of character to play in D&D?
Um I I always made the same kind of people cuz I'm one of those. I'm sorry. I'm aware it's a crutch and I have it. I try not to be too obnoxious with it, but most of my characters I basically same kind of character with like a different coat of paint essentially. Or they have different personalities but like have the same looks or of some kind in a way.
Well, well, at least you like try to change it up in some way,
Um
you know.
yeah. But generally you're going to see basically my character were like clad in gold and red and gold with like, you know, predominantly red with like gold trimmings,
Mm-hmm.
fancy, always like royal looking robes or dress. And like this character that's just like has zero combat ability. Every time I roll my stats, I always put my constitution to be the worst fucking roll I have ever done. Okay. I am I'm like a fucking like a single fucking strand of twig, all right? And I use every single trick in my power. Like I'm that motherfucker that like I what I really love in a game master is when they know their shit, all right? Because I tell them, I'm not going to play with you if you can't handle this kind of player. Because when you tell me we're going to do homebrew, fine, great. If you tell me we're going to do only, you know, base, great. That's perfect. But you cannot tell me that, hey, this is what it's going to be, and then change your mind after, because I'm going to feel upset. Okay. I have like a lot of I have a need for novelty. So like when I get told these are the parameters you need to, you know, exist within, I'm like, okay. And then I will spend the next like 24 to 48 hours like finding the worst fucking way I can to be this social fucking character. Okay. I make my characters, every single one of them, they don't do combat. Okay. They just find ways to persuade other people to do their dirty work for them. That has been my characters since like the dawn of time. I
I
just
kind
like
of
it. I like social role play a lot better because I feel like it adds a lot of flavor instead of like, oh, I'm gonna sit here for 5 hours and we're gonna get through like 5 minutes of combat. Great.
Yeah, I kind of love that because I know in our sessions there's a few people who love the combat side more and a few people who love like the storytelling side more. So our DM's able to balance that, but I always find yeah the stories you're able to get if you're able to play into more of that role playing side are so interesting.
Mm, mm, mm. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I usually try and find like a person that will like fight for me instead. So I will like do their roles or something and use that character to like take part in combat.
So good.
But my character will literally, I've done this so many times. My character will literally like always like visit like a shop in the towns that we go to, carry a goddamn like fucking picnic basket and her bag of holdings and just like pull it out and chill while other people are fighting and just have like cheese and wine. Just chill.
That's right.
Um and So I guess the inspiration for that kind of played into how you created your VTuber model. Is there
Mhm.
if you do end up creating I guess a future model, what things would you want to put in it or may possibly change?
Um, I can show it to you. Hold on.
Insider look.
I actually my artist literally just handed this over to me like 2 hours ago. Yeah, hold on. I don't know if you can put it on screen, but
Depends on what
it's
it is.
uploading it. No, it's just a character shape. That would be how it would look, basically.
There's a way to pull this up, surely. Hold on.
My OC went through like so many dress
Whoa.
changes, but this is where we landed.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah, I like it. It's like a battle dress vibes, so it's like it's comfy, and then you have like the armor that goes outside.
Yeah, it's awesome. I pulled it up on the screen and then I realized I could have just done it in post. So I guess that's just also gonna be there. No, yeah, this is sick. This is awesome.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm
I
looking
like the
forward to
suit
it.
too. I like the suit as well.
Oh yeah, the suit
I
is
love a
like
pretty girl in a
my
suit. I think
dream.
it's the best thing ever.
But
It's a rule I've talked about with my friends. Everyone looks just 10 times better in a suit. No matter who you are, a suit just makes you look 10 times better.
that's true. That is so true. But I mean, if you have the figure for it, because like I'm chunky. Okay, I'm I'm chunky in real life, and like I suit would not work. All right, I feel like you have to be a certain physique for a suit to work, or like if you're like super muscular, it also looks off because like it's hard
Mm,
to like
Guilty.
get a suit to look sharp. It's hard to get a suit to look sharp when you're like if you're too muscular or like too chunky and it just like doesn't quite fit
That's fair.
the
That's fair.
way most suits are made.
See, I wonder if you get like a really good tailor who's able to just like make the
Oh
lines
yeah.
like able to
No,
custom make it.
100%.
But again, at that point
Have
though,
you?
it costs like so much money. But
Oh yeah, it does. Have you ever seen female tailors?
No.
Like high-end female tailors? Those women.
I've known a
Like,
female
I
tailor.
would like they make thirst content and just by existing they make thirst content like the women that are like that have like these suits that are like fitted for them, it's so insane. Hold on, um let me find it,
We need to know.
you need to know, it's
I
like
need to know.
something that you have to know.
This is something that everybody needs to be made aware of.
Oh my god, this lady, she's my favorite, she's so hot. Hold on. 1.2 mil followers on Instagram. Like, are you kidding me? It's
see, I just
easy.
keep getting
Let me
videos of
screenshare
that
it.
one tailor guy who keeps slapping the like boys. Sean, do you know the one I'm talking
What?
about?
Oh, that guy
I
who's
don't
like little Filipino boy scurry to me. You never seen that one? You never seen
I
that
have
guy?
no clue.
He just goes like, he's like, how old are you? 18. How old are you? 18. Plenty of consent. And then he just starts like showing off his like suit on them.
But then he like kind of
He like
physically abuses them a
he
little bit. He
like
like slaps their butts and like
and he'll like caress
manhandles
their
them around.
faces. He
Okay.
just
So
like manhandles them. Hold on, let me see this real quick.
Okay, this is the one. All right. Like this lady, oh my god. She's just so hot. She's just so hot. Look at that. It's like
damn,
so it's like
damn.
body
Whoa,
check.
she's smoking.
What?
Like
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
the
whoa,
the
whoa,
shirts,
whoa.
everything from shirts to pants to the jackets, they're all like fit for like a woman's body.
Yeah, but just those like the sharp lines and angles they're able to get out of it.
Yes, it's so impressive.
I could never. I barely put my shirt
It
on
is
right.
just so impressive.
Oh my gosh, she's like
It's
a
so
mob
good.
boss.
It's just so good. She
Okay.
is. See, this is what I mean. Like it's so good. Oh my god. There are some videos where like they compare like normal like generic suits to like tailored suits.
Mm.
And it's insane. Um I don't know if I can find those, but yeah, like look at that. Like what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, women with like fitted suits are like just hot, just so hot.
It's very true. It's very true.
But yeah, that's me. Anyway, so I'm not straight. I probably didn't have to say that. But,
You know what? There were some context clues we could pick up on, you know?
yeah, you think?
I think so.
That's valid. That's valid.
Like we're just looking at this now.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have ADHD. I've warned you.
No, you're fine. No problems at all.
So when you were like, I guess coming out with this model, did you do like a debut for it that like a lot of VTubers do?
Okay, so I didn't do a debut in the traditional sense. It was just like an announcement of like, hey, it's like the newest model that I'm using now because it's like a customizable model. It's not really like I didn't do a lot of teas because it's not like something that's never been seen before. It's just like this is this version that is like as close as you can get to my character of this customizable model that's available, right?
Yeah.
So not in the traditional sense, no.
Do you think with this next version you're gonna like hype it up a lot more and maybe do something like big
Oh,
for that?
100%.
Yeah.
Imagine spending $10,000 to $15,000 on a model
Oh, just
and not
casually
using
drop it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No big deal.
totally, I was gonna use it. Yeah. No,
Like, by the way, we're using this new model now, guys.
Oh, that would be miserable. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do that.
So I don't know
But
if you're
yeah, I
allowed to
mean,
talk. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, I was just gonna say that's just a part of marketing. I mean, that's how we
Yeah.
market games. I used to do marketing and community management for games and publishers, and
Whoa.
Right. You
it's a
did
part
used
of
to
it,
do
right? So when you have like work in progress videos or images, or like for example, like if you have a new map coming out and there's like a sketch of it, you like show it up and like show parts of it, and you'd be like, hey, this is coming, this is in the works. Like best engagement you'll ever get on something that's new or like a new product or a new update is always going to be like any kind of media that you can provide that is like work in progress, because people love to see like the skeleton and how it's built.
that.
See what I guess maybe you'd know because you've done some of this. What do you think is like the peak, I guess, time? Because I know there's some games that are like, teasing up that, oh, we're coming, but then they almost tease it up too
Yeah.
long and then people like stop caring. So like is there like a certain time where it's like good to keep teasing it, but then like it's too long actually. Now people stop caring.
Obviously I'm not an expert. Like I don't have like 20 years in the job, right? I have a fraction of that. So like I would say that it definitely depends on like the quality. So if you have a game, a lot of people are like complaining about like, oh, if your game is not going to be done in 2 years, then don't talk about it. But I don't agree with that. If your game is a massive deal and you have like playtests or like alphas or betas that you're opening to public, perfect. Keep talking about it, keep building it. But I feel like if you're just making like a single player game that's going to be like a sit down, play through it maybe twice and call it a day, I think like your marketing efforts need to start while you're still in development. So about 2 years out. I think 2 years is like a good spot to like
Just to
start.
get people
You have
thinking
to-
about it.
Yeah, I mean, because you're not going to immediately get any traction the moment you start. You have to create these pages, you have to create the socials, you have to create community spaces, you have to create these formats of like, hey, because you need a lot of text as well. Like you need rule sets for Steam forums, or you have to structure them, and there's a lot that goes into it. And you have to like work on the graphics for, I don't know, headers or anything you're using, literally everything needs graphic work. And so for you to be building all of this and get it ready for you to have a successful marketing and a successful launch, you have to be at least 2 years out and during development. And I guess depending on like your timeline, you're going to have to amp it up and definitely put some money into like promoting posts towards the launch. And I think the best time to launch is around like before Christmas, like right before Christmas, where like people are buying a lot of stuff. But at the same time, you're competing against a lot of like other large companies or like big games that are like very anticipated. So it's a there's always a there's always a trade that you're making, I guess.
I know it's always so interesting, like, because I know that was one thing that happened like last year when Silk Song just dropped, and then people were like, "Oh, we need to move our indie game release because like now everyone's just playing that." And so when they plan to
Oh
release
yeah.
around like kind of the end of the
Yeah.
year, they're like, "We got to scooch everything around it," and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
interesting seeing the waves that like some of those releases can make.
Yeah, definitely. Like when you have something super anticipated, extremely anticipated dropping, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you drop like on the same day. No one cares. Like definitely important. Yeah. So like the market is ever like it's a living creature, so hard to tell without being inside of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It is hard being inside of things. Anyway, on to the next question. So I don't know if you can talk about this, but what is like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you during like a stream or anything like that? Like you ever had like you ever got like some people get swatted or things like that? You ever had anything crazy
Oh
happen to you during
yeah.
streams?
That's spooky, dude. No,
It's
that's
spooky.
crazy.
It's terrifying. That's why I try to keep
Yeah,
as little information about myself as possible off the internet.
that's so funny because like it would take someone like it would take me 15 minutes to find someone that lives the way I do. And oh my god. And like I mean for context though, I met my I had a best friend a long time ago. We lost contact, but when we first met, I don't know how it came up, but it came up like I was like I can find where you live. So fucking easy, right? And I don't remember how it came up, but we were having fun having that conversation, but then he wasn't having fun because it took me like 25 minutes to send him a picture of his front door on like Google Maps and he
That's
freaked out.
that's crazy.
I was like, hey, he was freaking out because like I have no information on him. But like from just such minute details, especially like I feel like 8 years ago, right? This was 8 years ago, just about. Like people use the same like fucking profile picture on multiple profiles. All I had was a Steam handle and a profile picture on his Steam. And like you can take that picture, reverse search it, find his other profiles with similar names and like get into his Facebook or Twitter and find his mutual following list or friends list, find out their schools or jobs and figure out their hometown. And like you can just get really close to where people live. It's so easy to find where people live. Like you're not safe being on the internet. The moment you're on the internet, it's Jover. All right, can we be so for real? It's
Yeah, that's true.
Jover. So I've never made an effort to hide where I live. I'm like, dude, I'm more afraid of the person that's living across the hall than I am of like someone that's gonna find me on there. I'm like, dude, I don't care if you stalk me and try and meet me in person. Okay, bring me food. First of all, it's rude. And if you're coming, you better be bringing me a gift. Okay, duty free is it exists. All right. But yeah, no, I'm not really afraid. I host like, it's to the point where I host like, until this year because this year we moved to a smaller apartment. Until this year, I would host like meetups every like twice a year, where I would just invite all of my mods, my friends, and people that have been a part of the community for at least like a little while to come and visit and they could stay with me and we would just like hang out together for like a week or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, I'm just not really fussed to be honest about
so
like
then-
people finding me. But the worst
That-
thing, sorry, yes.
You're about to answer the question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the worst thing to happen to me, I think just like overall, I guess one thing that happens to a lot of people is like hate raids where like they bot read you and then like just keep making like new accounts to like say awful shit. And it's just really annoying to deal with. It's
Yeah.
so frustrating to deal with. And it messes up my
haven't had to deal with
metric.
it, but I've heard bad things.
It's so bad. It's so annoying. And another thing is when people get like extremely parasocial, where like you're not just like you're not just trying to like be around, but like there was this one guy that was like in his 50s and he still fucking follows me to this day on like new accounts that I make. He still follows me.
Mhm.
I banned this guy on everything I could because he would donate to the point where he couldn't like pay his rent, and he would like keep getting
Why?
like loans and like borrow money, and I was like, stop, like you can be here, you don't have to, like, you don't have to do this. He would just like, I've talked to him so many times. I was like, stop, you need to stop doing this. I will ban you. And like I didn't have any like private conversations with him. It was all on stream. I would tell him like over and over again, you need to stop. And he wouldn't stop. So I just like started banning him. Finally stopped. Hopefully, maybe he has a
Hopefully.
different account. But I don't
Yeah.
know. It was like it was so weird. It was definitely a creepy experience. That was
hearing
weird.
some of the parasocial things that happen on the internet is kind of crazy sometimes, to the point where people are like, they're fully convinced they're in relationships with these people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
No,
just
and like
it's
and
mind-boggling.
I don't want people to come out and like fucking shit on female streamers about like, oh, guys just throw money. No, it's not pleasant. Okay. When it's unhealthy and you can see that, no one fucking wants that. All right. This is not fucking intentional. I'm perfectly happy. Like I have a viewer. Bless him. He is my age, but somehow so much well off than I am. And he works for his money. It's not, I don't know his background, but I mean, he donates a lot and I'm so happy for it because I know he can afford it. Right. And that's great. And other like male streamers have that as well. But like when someone is being unhealthy, right? It's not about gender. Like someone is just unhealthy and that's not welcome.
Yeah, it's insane. You did mention how you're like, you pretty much, you don't do a lot of stuff outside of streaming, but do you have like a hard or easy time balancing like content creation with your own daily life and things like that? You did mention you are shut in, but like I'm assuming you do go outside every once in a while, you know?
That's so funny. Sometimes I don't go outside for like 2 months. And I have no
If you,
problem with it.
you
And
know,
like
if I could, I would.
and when I do have to go outside after 2 months, I'm like,
If I could, I would. If I could afford to stay home and not have to do anything, I would. But unfortunately, I need to make
yeah.
money.
No, I mean, even when I had a full-time job, which was the marketing and community management for like games, I worked from home. So but the question about balancing life and content creation is fucked up because, oh my God, where do I begin? It's depression. Okay. It's pure depression. When you do this for a living, it becomes so depressing. I'm sorry to bring the mood down, but it's actually so depressing because what used to be your pastime to have fun and enjoy yourself becomes a job, and you no longer have an outlet. You literally no longer, because being at your computer feels like you're working.
Yeah,
Like relaxing or talking to people feels like you're working. Like I don't want to engage with anyone. Like I'm so tired, but at the same time, again, love attention. So I have to have some people around at all times. But I just have zero fucking like I've come to a point where like um I'm not worried about if I'm being liked or not anymore. Like I don't care. 'Cause I just don't have the energy to like try and appease another person. So if someone is not okay with me being absolutely brain dead or like ghosting them for a few days at a time when I'm like not feeling up to it, they're no longer in my life. Because first of all, if they're okay with it but still complaining, I don't want to fucking hear it. Okay, I don't want to hear you complaining at me for something that I don't have the capacity for. I've come to accept myself as I am, and if you don't accept it, you can get the fuck out of my life. And despite that, I have a need to find friends. But like I just don't have the energy to expand for anything that is like bare minimum. I don't know. I feel like streaming just made it so that I've become more antisocial than I used to be, which is stupid because like I talk to a lot of people, but then I just like don't talk to anyone.
yeah.
I'm just on my own.
I kind of see what you mean in like most of those, because we're like when it comes to any relationship in your life, you kind of expect the bare, you should expect the bare minimum, you know, like you shouldn't expect people to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
be doing less of the bare minimum. And then like when it becomes a job, in sense of like it's something that you used to use as like an outlet, is
Yeah.
now become something that you dread doing because now it
Yeah.
feels like work.
yeah, and like I can't provide the bare minimum sometimes. And like I have some friends, thankfully, thank fuck, I have some lovely friends that I love so fucking much, that are okay with that because they understand that sometimes I just don't, I just can't exist right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's hard, man, because I mean, it's so easy. It's a great job. Again, like, don't get me wrong. I'm doing something I love for a living, but at the same time, you have to like sit down and think about it because it's like, how do I put this? Imagine, what is your favorite like snack?
I'm a big chip guy. I like chips.
Chips
I'm
are
a
good.
If
chip
you
guy.
had to like eat, if you had to eat the same snack every day, you can't skip on it. You have to eat the same snack every day. What do you pick? Chips?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I like chips.
Okay, so you have chips every fucking day, but it's the flavor that is most disgusting flavor you've ever had because
Ooh.
it's like it goes from the best flavor you've ever had to the worst flavor you've ever had, and you spend every single day eating the same fucking chips, okay? And it's like the same quality of chips. It's just the flavor gets worse and worse and worse and worse every single day of your life. And you've been doing this for years now, and it's gotten so bad that you just want to cry after. That's content creation. I think I feel so much joy when I find a game that I truly enjoy that is a good game to stream or a good game to clip farm because it's so hard to find games. Like I feel like I struggle from it. Where like I have this like, you know what would be great if I could play whatever the fuck I wanted and people still came to my stream and people still left a bajillion views on my videos because then I could have the best flavor of the chips every single day and be happy. But no, sometimes you have to prioritize a new release that's popular to potentially get viewers because a lot of people will be playing that game. People tend to prefer others to raid that are playing the same game that they're playing, or you have to like, and there's so much more to it than just playing games in content creation. You have to network, you have to talk to people, you have to keep your relations like well and attend, I don't know, events or take part in stuff and be involved. And it's just a lot of shit. And I don't know. In all honesty, most of the time, um, playing what performs well for me is often not the game I actually want to play or do at all. Like it's hard. So like it's like a fucking moment of bliss when a game comes out and I'm obsessed with it and I love it and the stream loves it and it's great. It's great.
Yeah,
I had that for a minute with Arc, but it's gone now.
it's like a double-edged sword almost because when you're smaller, like what you're playing or what you're sensing, like you don't really doesn't really matter to you because you're doing it as a hobby most likely. So you're just kind of
Yeah,
playing
yeah. It's
what you
just a
like.
hobby that doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're playing what you like. You're doing whatever you want to do, and
Yeah.
just like it doesn't matter. But then as soon as you start getting
It
some sort
becomes
of
a job.
traction and you want it to be successful, you have to
Yeah.
start
No,
prioritizing doing other things than your happiness.
I will say if it's still just a hobby, it doesn't matter too. It doesn't matter if you gain traction or not, right? The moment that became stale for me was when I knew what I had to do to perform better, as opposed to, what I enjoy. Because
I
then
think
there's
that's
this feeling of like you're doing something that you don't want to do.
I think that's an interesting look at it too, because a lot of people, see some of these streamers and they're like, "Oh, that must be such an easy, fun job." But it's like, that's not always the case. There's a lot more that goes into it.
I mean, yeah, not even like how stale it gets when you're doing something you don't want to do, like a game that you don't want to play. But like there's also like I don't sleep. Like I used to when I did a full-time job and I was like creating content full-time as well, I wouldn't sleep. Like I was working 2 40-hour jobs because like there's so much to do because you're like streaming. You have to like review your clips or VODs. You have to cut them out. You have to get them edited. If you edit them yourself, even worse. You have to keep up to date with like games and what's happening in, I don't know, in your circles because it's so important to be like aware of like what everyone is up to so you can take part if possible. So you have to spend a lot of time talking to a lot of people all the time when you're not live. Um, try and be there for the people that you are like friends with and do the same job as you. And it's just like I spent so much time like just talking to so many people because like you also have to like talk to a lot of people, and like if you're getting art done, you have to follow like social media trends and you have to post regularly, and it's just there's a lot of like studying metrics and planning and scheduling content on like so many different levels, and like knowing what you're going to be like talking about or streaming or um I don't know, and like events you have to prepare so much ahead of time. There's so much to do in between.
On the like streaming front, going back to like what you were saying, I guess kind of at the beginning with like playing Valorant, you were saying that it was kind of a little bit easier to get into. Like there were a lot more, I guess,
Yeah.
females playing it, and it was a little more accessible. Have you found that like some other communities are a lot more toxic, or has there been a one community where it's like easier for, I guess, maybe that female perspective to kind of get into?
I don't know. Games in general have been easier to get into regardless of your gender at this point. Because I feel like people are realizing that there are a lot of women on the internet that play games. Like I used to like when I was in fucking elementary school, I used to get bullied. I would get called, "Oh, you're a guy because you play games." I'm like, "Okay. You're
I got
fucking
called the
weird,"
opposite.
but yeah.
That's for other reasons.
I probably.
But yeah, it's just it went from like this extreme hate towards like women that played games like fucking 20 years ago to oh my god, gamer girls are like the best thing ever. Like this was about like 10, 15 years ago. We're like, oh wow, gamer girls are the best. And like my teen years, suddenly everyone was fawning over like gamer girls. And I was like, what the fuck happened, bro? I used to get bullied for this shit.
It's always after
And
you get
like
out of high school that you realize all this cool shit you were doing is like cool
no,
now.
I
They're
was
all
in
like,
high school. I was in high school. I got bullied all through like elementary and middle school. And then when I was in high school, it was like suddenly cool. We're gonna be gaming as a girl. I was like, okay, all right, that's great. But yeah, no, I feel like nowadays, like in contrast to like 20 years ago, nowadays it's like much more normal for like there to be like more women, especially after COVID. I feel like a lot of like just general population got into like playing games and like consuming content of like gaming type. Yeah.
What are
So,
some like? Oh yeah, no, sorry, go ahead.
oh yeah, so I don't know, like I feel like maybe certain games might still be like male dominated, but just generally I feel like women play whatever as well.
I'd say right now Call of Duty is definitely still very male dominated. Not in the sense of
You
like,
think so?
not in the sense of like women aren't playing it. As like I think in that space because being toxic to people is such like a big thing in that game that a lot of people's just like they're not really making it
Mm.
vocal that they're a woman playing the game. You know, they're kind of just playing it and enjoying the game.
Well, I know that's the
Yeah.
thing too, is a lot of people are always afraid to go on mic and, say things because that
Yeah.
can always just, start all kinds
Yeah,
of
that is
stuff.
still,
So,
that is 100% still a thing. Cause
Hmm.
that is what I mean where like Valorant was like very much like this fucking cream of the crop for me because like it's not I didn't have a problem like engaging, but I had a problem of like not hearing other women like talk a lot
mhm.
because they're afraid, right? Of like how they're gonna be like responded to. Because they just don't want to fucking deal with your shit. Okay. Like
Hmm.
and yeah, it's I wish there was like more games that were more similar to Valorant in terms of like its culture. Because we need more of that, man. It would be so cool to be able to go into a game and know that like there's a bunch of chill people on it and like other women that are just like relaxed and just having a good time.
Hmm.
And I wonder what it was about Valorant that brought, I guess, those groups out and made them feel more comfortable. I don't know.
I honestly I don't know. It might be I always thought it might be like just the like effort by Riot of like trying to like push game changers and like trying to like include women and stuff more. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely would help that like a developer is like actively trying to like grow the
Yeah.
space more.
I mean, it's same with chess, right? It used to be like, oh, you have like just it's completely male dominant like industry of like it's so rare to see a woman play chess, but it became more popular because they added like woman only chess tournaments, like internationally recognized woman only FIDE recognized woman only chess tournaments where like you have woman international master. Is it different? No, it's still the same, but it's woman only tournaments so that like they felt comfortable being around those spaces so that like it's not just like this fucking horde of men and you're just like sitting there alone and you're like, okay, this doesn't feel safe. Like, and I feel like there's some validity to it, like to the worry of like, oh, I don't want to be here because like this doesn't feel safe. Of like, oh, I just like it doesn't feel like a welcome space when it's like only men and you don't see any women.
Yeah, growing up like
And I
playing...
feel like,
Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
oh yeah, sorry, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, growing up playing Call of Duty, to this day I still voice crack every once in a while, especially if I'm not focused. So I usually have to focus on my voice so I don't voice crack. But when I'm playing games, I'm focused on the game, so I'm like I don't think about my voice. So I voice crack a lot more when I'm playing video games. And growing up, that was definitely a thing I got made fun of a lot for.
oh yeah, but yeah, it's funny because like there's this interview, like this channel that made this post of like interviewing random people, and they asked like a dozen women, if they would live in a world or like an island or like a place where it's only women, and every woman is like, yes, 100%, absolutely. And it's like they asked the same to guys. They're like, would you live in a place where it's only men? And everyone is no. There's not a single man. So that like really gives you an idea of like it really gives you an idea of like, oh yeah, this feels okay. You know, the need for like encouragement for women to take part in things because like, you know, it might not be as welcoming when it's like completely male dominated space.
Yeah. So I guess with streaming in general, do you have any short term or long term goals that you're trying to hit? Like if you have any short term goals that you're trying to hit this year or like 5 years down the line for long term goals, things like that?
Um, I've come to the point where like I will not fucking like kid myself, right? I'm not gonna do this for the rest of my life if I'm like only making minimum wage because that's where I'm at right now. And I'm I'm making slightly above minimum wage now, but I don't want to be in a bracket of like near minimum wage for the rest of my life. So I'm considering like picking up other stuff. And something that like I've recently gotten into was watches. And I want to combine the two. I want to start posting. Um, there are a lot of channels that do this, where they so watchmaking is essentially if you're not actually creating watches, right? Watchmaking essentially would work on you being given a watch to service. Servicing means they fully disassemble the watch. It's like restoration if you've seen those restoration videos. So they fully disassemble a watch. They clean it completely, and then they lube up like specific parts very carefully, and put it back together. And that's called servicing, and it will help the watch run smoother. You fucking asshole children laughing.
I was like,
So done.
I didn't laugh. I want to make that clear. Didn't laugh.
Yeah, and don't look back and say she left you because you didn't listen to a song. Anyway,
That's crazy.
I'm losing it. But yeah, so there are a lot of channels on YouTube that do this with very big lenses because watch movements, like the watches you see are like small, obviously, but the movements inside are minuscule. Okay. And the parts inside those movements are so small that you need like a 20-time magnifier to make sure you're oiling it right when you're oiling it or like lubing it and stuff. And it's like, it's super cool, like visual. And so there are a lot of creators out there that like record the whole process. And so I want to get into watchmaking. So I figured, you know, if I get to a point like 5 years down the line, I can make a living off of that as well. If the content creation doesn't work at all, but I can still post it, right? But yeah, I knew that I probably would not be a creator for the rest of my life. I would love to be, but I don't know if I'm cut out to. Cause yes, it's fun when you have like, cause my main, like every time a video of mine does well is just like absolute, it's cringe, but I love it personally. I just really love it. Or like, just like people squealing or like being like silly because, oh my God, you sound so like something, something. I was like, it's just, it's always centered around my voice or something. And I'm like, I don't always sound great because like my voice is fucking tired. And I also wanted to like, I don't know, at some point get into like voice acting, and maybe I will at some point, but it's just, I just don't know. The reality of it is, I don't know if I will have the level of success that I would like to see from content creation to the point where I would want to pursue this for the rest of my life or like for the rest of my working life, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there is growth. And I guess in terms of goals, I would like to get my like concurrent viewers to at least be in the 3 digits consistently in a year or so. Or in 5 years I'd like to be in a place where I can make like a consistent amount of money where like I don't have to like worry if I'm gonna make enough or not.
Yeah.
I with watches, is there still like a lot of people because I know like smartwatches have been becoming a bigger and bigger
Oh
thing.
yeah,
So are there still like a lot of people using like the classical gear watches? Like is that still super big?
so many,
Really?
so
Okay.
many. Luxury watch brands make millions. Like,
Wow.
like it's. I wonder how like how profitable it is because like you have watches that sell for millions and like they make a certain amount of them because a lot of them are like the dials are very like specialty. But yeah, I mean
And they
just
got
a
a lot of
general
lube
rule
too.
of
Yeah.
thumb. Let me look at Reddit for example. Uh, let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Sorry, one moment.
Take your
Some
time.
dance to fill the time.
You're not dancing too. I thought we were gonna do it together.
No, I just wanted you to dance.
Oh sure. No. Yeah. No. It's cool. It's fine. I'll just sit here. It's
Now
cool.
describe your dancing for the audio listeners.
They don't get to know. They want to know. They gotta come to YouTube.
Let's see. Global luxury watch market size was valued at 59 billion in 2025. Billion. It's a $1 billion industry. It's yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people wear watches, and majority of the people that do wear watches are on the more wealthy side
Yeah.
because even like yeah, it's a form of art, honestly. Like it's such a beautiful trade because like watches, mechanical watches, like the cheapest you can get, like that is not secondhand, will be like at least like $600-700, and that is like bare minimum. I am so done with you. Goddamn.
I'm sorry. I'm a professional. I'm sorry. I'm a professional. Go ahead.
You are not.
I'm a professional.
But no, it's and like high horology where like where people like start actually like paying attention to like real detail and quality. It starts from like watches start from like first hand around like 10K, maybe $5,000 to $10,000. You would have like a luxury watch, quote unquote. And more common, like that is just where it starts. So it goes like I feel like a decent watch that is of good quality and a decent brand is around anywhere from like 50, 60K to 150, $200,000. Like these machines, some of them are so insanely complicated and they're like works of art. They're like marvels of fucking engineering because like first of all, who comes up with this shit, okay? Like, these absolute fucking genius watchmakers come up with the design and like how each piece comes together to like make this watch work. There's a lot of like there are a lot of challenges. You have like and it's minuscule. It's all so tiny. But yeah, the industry still very much is alive, and it is being used, and there's a big demand of like people that know what they're doing to make sure that like your watch is in safe hands, because like it's not easy to like give someone something that costs enough like a fucking down payment on a house and be like, yeah, I'll fix this, fully disassemble this very tiny delicate thing and put it back together. So yeah, it's
Give me 2 hours. And
there
some tweezers.
definitely is like a whole thing there.
Sean, would you ever want to own a really cool watch?
I think, unironically, one day I will trade one of my trading cards for a watch. I got like a $2,000 trading card sitting in my inventory right now. It's in my inventory slot.
Now, would you go wristwatch or would you go like pocket watch?
I want a pocket watch so bad. I think pocket watches
Oh,
are
really?
badass.
Pocket watches are so cheap. Yeah, you can find pocket watches that are like very cheap.
And when I was younger, I used to watch they did a remake of the Lone Ranger on Disney did, and there's this guy, and every time he went to pocket watch, he'd like flip it and it would go around his hand and then it would land in his hand and open, and that's what I want to do. I want a pocket watch like that. I think it's cool as fuck. I used to think he was the coolest guy ever, and I still do. He was the bad guy, but he was cool as fuck.
But yeah, obviously you have pocket watches that are like extremely fucking beautiful and delicate, and they cost like hundreds of thousands and stuff. But like just in general, you can get a good quality vintage pocket watch for like a reasonable amount. Doesn't
Really,
have
those
to be
are
like
cheaper than like a wristwatch.
Yeah, like because I mean, pocket watches are a bit outdated. Like no one like carries a pocket watch around with them.
No one who's a fucking loser, maybe. I mean, no one
We
who's
gotta
fun.
bring it back, baby. Pocket watch.
I'll start a luxury pocket watch brand.
There are watchmakers that already exist. Trust me.
Oh.
Again, like there are some that cost insane amounts, but there are some watchmakers. It's a thing where like they repurpose pocket watches to be wristwatches. They are on the bigger side, obviously, but they end up looking so beautiful. There is one that I was a big fan of, but I can't find it right now. But yeah, I mean, if you're into watches, let me know. I will look for you. I love looking at watches, dude. I love like trying to find like specific watches if you have like an interest in it.
Once I cash in my 401k, I'll come hit you up. Don't worry. Yeah, so I guess I don't know if you have one, but like what is like a dream collab that you want to do one day with streaming? Is there like somebody that you genuinely are like, I would be so honored if this person wanted to record with me or like do a stream with me?
I don't know about honored, because like I've never been like obsessed with like creators, if that makes sense. I didn't watch a lot of content to begin
That's
with.
fair.
Like
I will say, I can't watch a live stream to save my life, which sucks.
I think the people that I would like to meet would be like I would say Emerald is super cool. I don't know how it is nowadays with like all the fucking bullshit that is going on and the drama and whatever. But like Emerald Walker, offline TV is super cool. Big fan of Toast. It was a super cool experience to like meet Sakuno and like play games with him and stuff.
Yeah,
that was definitely one of my like, oh wow, like even if I don't like do content creation anymore, I will still remember like when I got to like meet Sakuno or like some other people that are like large creators that I got to like enjoy as content creators before I ever met them. Because it was super cool. Oh my god, Nat as well. Like I watched this stuff when I was like so young. And then I got to like hang out with him like almost every week at some point, or like he would host lobbies and like I would always sign up for like the games he's hosting.
Yeah,
and I still do. I mean, still get to hang out with him, which is great.
I've played games with Nat before, and I I was ignorant. I was like, I didn't even know who he was until we played them, and then I looked. And
Yeah,
I was like, he's
I
actually
remember
kind of big.
too. Dude, no, I played like I got to like become friends with some people that I had no idea were like big creators, like people that have like millions of like followers or subscribers or whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And like I became like actually like it's so funny because like I become like actual like friends to the point where like I just like casually fucking talk to people, and then I realize that they're actually big on a platform or another, because like that is also a thing where like people aren't as big on one platform just because they're massive on a different one, right? um my most recent shock was Pars. I didn't know this man had like a fucking million plus followers, subscribers on YouTube, because like his CCV is like around mine and we just hang out and whatever. But I learned about it. I was like, what? And then people were commenting on my TikToks like, oh, is that Pars Live? I'm like, yeah. And I had no fucking clue. Like, okay. But yeah, it's funny. It's
Yeah,
funny.
it was a shock. I think I even had the same thing with you. I didn't know you were as big as you are on Twitch and like all the other short form content that I actually realized.
Yeah, I'm washed up.
You're not washed up.
I'm washed up.
If you look at my follower to like view ratio on all my stuff, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's not like you do it full time. Like it's a hobby for you.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. There's a big difference. Like if you're doing it full time, I feel I'm washed up as in like I was like very close to getting like regularly, almost like I was right below 3 digits of like regularly getting that CCV, and I was like getting, I don't know, thousands of followers like every week, and it just like went from that to like a complete stall. So like it's a struggle. I think you just have to find something that works and don't stop doing it. That's what I learned, because I found something that worked and it worked so well, and the moment I stopped doing it, I lost my value. And that is so rough as well. Because like you will also notice like, and it's so fucked up, like other than the fact that like, oh, that chip gets stales issue, there's also the issue of like, you realize the moment that your content value drops, the people that are your friends also disappear. And I don't hold it against them, right? But it's so hard to realize that your value is based on how well you're performing. And there's people up your ass. Like my DMs were blowing the fuck up when I was creating content, and it was like doing well and it was performing well, even from other creators. And now suddenly there's nothing, right? It's calm. And every time something blows up, I have like my DMs blowing up and then it goes quiet again. So like it really fucks your like perspective of like what relationships are. And I don't hold it against anyone. I know there are some people that get butthurt. They're like, oh, you're fake and blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Okay. We're all in the same industry. All right. You can be friends, but they're also your like co-streamers that you get to like collab with. And they're also your competition in a way. So yeah, there's obviously, you would want to put people on your content that perform well, but at the same time you're friends with. But at the same time, you can't just say, oh, these two things are completely separate. Like, yeah, no, it's intertwined, right? It's not fake. It's just the business. You have a professional relationship with these people. You have to accept that, right?
Yeah. I think that's like the scary thing that I think is kind of, it's the one thing that terrifies me when it comes to content creation is I'll truly never know if the people in my life are actually like true friends or if they're just there for the for the ride.
I mean, you get to see it. Yeah, it takes a while, but you get to see it. I mean, it's I think that is something a lot of like newer or smaller creators struggle with, because like people that have been smaller creators, they're the only ones I ever hear complain about fake friends. I'm like, you have to understand that you're in a professional setting. You have to understand that this is a job for the people around you. So I think when you like acknowledge that fact, you realize that it's not fake. It's just a professional relationship.
Yeah. And I think it's it's the same thing as like if you for people who've actually like worked like jobs IRL, like these people that you hang out
Yeah,
with at work, they're fun to talk
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
and
Maybe
everything. But sometimes you like sometimes there are people that are like I wouldn't invite them to like an actual like event that I'm going to, you
family
know? Like
gathering
yeah, I wouldn't invite
or
them to come
like
be my
that.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, and there's also the fact that, oh, you would go out and have drinks after work, but if you stop working together, you're not going to like call them up again and be like, yo, let's go out together and hang out. Like, it's a professional relationship. Not that you don't like that person anymore, but maybe you're not as involved with them because it's not a fully personal attachment. It's a professional, nice relationship. You can have a good professional relationship with someone and be like, oh, let's hang out, let's after work because it's fun and we're like, we work in the same place and we spend every day together. And that's fine. I mean, that's also a friendship in a way. But I just like, I feel like a lot of like smaller and younger specifically creators struggle like being able to tell that, hey, it's not them being fake if they are like not as much, not around as much because I don't know, maybe they're more busy, maybe um something doesn't align, like you're just not working in the same place anymore. All right, it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I think that's hard specifically for me because I'm such a
Yeah,
I like to see the best in people, no matter what.
yeah,
I try to
yeah,
see the
yeah,
best in everybody. So then it's like kind of
yeah,
weird
I
when
agree
like
with that. Yeah,
it's kind of weird when like a sense like when you realize this person that you used to hang out with a lot, you're not really hanging out with them anymore. Which I like nowadays. I'm
yeah,
like it doesn't bother me as
it
much as it used
hurts.
to.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. I definitely felt that feeling, but I don't feel like I will never take it out on anyone or call anyone fake because it's like I can kind of see both sides, right?
Hmm.
And I don't think they mean anything like malicious by it. I think that's just the way it is. So like I've come to the point where like I try and not put my expectations on other people because it's just better that way. It's healthier. I don't know.
Yeah. So you're a partnered creator on Twitch, correct?
Yeah.
So like what was it like when you hit partner? Because I know for a lot of people it's like that's the goal, you know, for a lot of smaller people.
Yeah. For
So
me, it was as well.
did it feel
Um,
like you felt acknowledged in a way, you know?
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's at first it's fucking, oh my God, I screamed so loud. This was, I got the news during a meetup. I screamed so loud that like my friends and like my mods and stuff, they saw people look up from the street downstairs. I'm on the fifth floor. Like, and I was inside the house when I screamed, not outside on the balcony. Like, the horde of people like looked up towards her apartment. Apparently, I didn't see it because I was screaming. But it was exciting. It's great, but you also have to like, oh my God, dude, I was so heartbroken because it went from it's so often that where you see like your concurrent viewers go up significantly when you're trying to like where you're so close because like people are like trying to be there and they're doing their best to like always have your stream on or your core community. And then there's like this
Hmm.
burnout where when you finally hit that and there's nothing like there isn't a necessity for them to always like leave their PC on or like try and keep your stream on all the time and go back to watching like at their leisure, there's a drop. So like there's a difference between like doing a partner push versus getting it like organically. And I did a partner push and it might be a little bit of a regret, I don't know. But I went from like having very very high views to like um much less. And over time that dwindled as well because I started doing things that I wanted to do because I was so burnt out. Because I pushed to the point where I was just like not like I would collapse onto my bed. Because the way I did it is I streamed for as long as I could, as long as necessary. Um, if my current CCV was above my session average, so if I keep streaming, it's going to go up. But if my current CCV was going down because people are going to sleep and my session average is higher, then I end the stream. And it was like this absolute calculated grind. And I'm so tired. I was so tired of it. But yeah, I think I I just I don't recommend it. It was great. It was great for a while. But after a while you realize partnership didn't mean much. It was like everything is the same.
Mhm.
A badge doesn't mean anything because so many people have it nowadays where like it becomes easier and easier to get it. Like it's easier now than it was when I got it. So people don't pay as much attention to it. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely my go-to goal, and I kind of lost. Like, there's nothing like that was like super. How do I put this? There was no clear-cut idea of what I wanted to do after that,
Yeah.
so I felt a bit lost. But yeah, I mean, it's okay now. I realize what I need at this point is to get done with my backlog. So I have this drive to like clip farm because I have ADHD. Like the only time I produce really good results in any job I do is when I feel like my ass is in a fucking bind. And I'm like, I need to fix this situation. So when I had no backlog, no VODs, no nothing, I would go on stream or I would go on a game and record with the purpose of like, oh, I need to get good clips or I need to get content, right? I need to get this done. And I would like, and there would be some level of purpose, but for the last year or two, I've had like this massive backlog and I'm seeing the end of the tunnel. I've been like, no, I'm not exaggerating. I've gone through like 5 terabytes of like fucking content. It was fucked up.
Oh my goodness.
It's been so bad. But yeah, I dumped a lot of it because they were so old, and I processed the rest. And yeah, I still post shit from like fucking a year ago sometimes because there's like a lot of backlog. But yeah, I mean, partnership was definitely cool to get to, but there's so much more to it. What matters is like your overall growth, not a fucking badge. And despite the fact that everyone says that, I really wanted it, and it was worth it. It was worth the grind. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that feeling of like achieving it. So it was worth it, but at the end of the day, it was just a badge.
And I guess now we got kind of a fun one.
Yeah.
You ever had a fictional crush on a character?
Oh, I've never been okay. I don't look at like celebrities and be like, oh my God, this person, you know? And I never had that with fictional people either. But
Okay.
I had one. And I realized I'm sapiosexual because it's like this attraction to intelligence. Because the first character that I was obsessed with, and pretty much the only one, was L from Death Note. Because he was so smart, and I was so obsessed. Like his pure purpose was to like figure things out. He was like good at it, and I was like, wow, that's perfect.
Tell me more.
Yeah, no. Like I didn't like fawn over like random people on like a show. I would like fawn over my math teachers because like they were smart. Like that was hot to me. They would solve an equation. I would be like,
But I mean, it's fair though. It's fair.
That's so interesting. I kind of love that.
He was so baffled because I asked one of my teachers out to go to a club with me when I was 16.
Oh my.
No, absolutely not.
I think that's so interesting because like I had a teacher who like genuinely was just like she would be concerned if she ever saw us outside of school. I don't know if you remember her, Jared. It was the one one class me and you took together we really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was she was like weird about it whenever she saw us outside of school. Like she was like it was illegal almost. Yeah, but yeah, Jared's been asking that to like everybody recently because he thinks it's interesting that I didn't.
Yeah, well, because you never had a fictional crush. You crushed on like actual people.
Yeah, I never like saw somebody. I never saw somebody in a show or anything like that. I was like, damn. I was like I thought they were pretty and things like that, but I never had like a crush on them or never been like,
Dude.
I'm like.
Oh my God, that reminded me of this one character. I can't remember what show it was. Fuck. Oh no, I think. Wait, hold on. Okay, something called Blind Spot. There was this like spouse of a side character. I fell in love with them. I was like, I fell in love with the character, not the actor. I was in love, and I didn't realize I was. And when he died in the series, I'm sorry,
Oh.
spoilers. When he died, I was like, what the fuck am I feeling right now? Because I had a feeling, and it was so strong, and I started crying, and I was like, I'm feeling grief. It was grief because I couldn't have more of it. It was so fucked up. It was this fucking like super smart, intelligent dude that was super into solving puzzles. And I was obsessed. I was like obsessed. Cause like he would get excited about like doing like crossword puzzles together and like solving, I don't know, stuff. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's what I want. I'm obsessed with puzzles. But yeah, I was just like, I didn't realize I was like in love. I was in love. I was like, wow, I wish I'd like, I need to find this person in real life. They don't exist. It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that about wraps up all the questions we wanted to ask. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, unless there was like anything else you wanted to touch on or mention.
No, not really. Honestly, it's been really cool.
Yeah.
Is there any questions you have for us?
So what are you into, Shelly?
Whoa. That is something I will never get into in public. No.
Well, our guest has been very honest here, and you can't share a little bit about yourself?
I guess the truth is, the honest answer is I genuinely don't know, because I've had like, and not to make it sound
but, like,
sad,
things...
but like I genuinely have had such little experience when it comes to women.
Yeah,
Like,
but like,
I don't know.
I mean...
I'm open to anything. I'm open to try everything at least once. And
okay, that's good.
The truth is, I'll
but,
never
like,
actually know. And
you know.
Do I have any interests? Women. I love them. If I ever find one, whoa.
No.
That's the dream.
Any interest in like something that you think you might be into?
No, I've genuinely never thought about it. I'm like a live in the moment type of person. I don't like to think about things unless it's actually like happening to me. So like when
valid.
I'm like that's the only way I can explain it, because I've genuinely never thought about it. Yeah, that's the easiest answer. What about you, Jared?
Yeah, what about you, Jag?
I thought that was about Shelly. Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat. I think we just need more experience, man. I think that's where we're at.
I've dated a total of one
think
girl
you're lying.
my whole life.
I think there's some shit you're into and you're not sharing. Is the vibe I just got.
True story.
It's so sad. The few dates I've went on, because I've like talked to a few people on like apps or whatever, and then every time it's ended with, actually no, there was one other time. Most times it's ended with them saying they weren't ready for a relationship, which I think they were kind of lying about, because why were you on an app? And then the last person I was talking to, I was like, okay, so like, where's the next step? We're going in this, and then they're like, actually, I'm asexual, and I was like, oh, okay.
That should be on your profile.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. But I don't know if they discovered that after like a while, but I was just like, oh dang.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
If it's something they discovered after, then yeah, that's for sure. But it's something you don't put on the profile.
I mean, I'm pushing 30, and I've started like wondering. I wonder if I'm like asexual, because like I love the idea of like doing like this crap, and I'm like spiritually I'm a slut, but like in person, don't fucking touch me. Don't fucking touch me. Like, I just don't like people like engaging me in any way, shape, or form. I think that is why I feel more comfortable being dominant, because I get to decide what's going on. And I get to like decide how much contact there is or who's doing what. And I just can't cope with like someone doing anything that I didn't like engage with, or like I didn't approve of, or I didn't say. Like it's just not my cup of tea.
That's fair. Well,
but yeah.
I think that answered all our questions.
I know.
Really quickly, do you want to spend like the next like minute or two just shouting out our socials? Where can people find you?
Yeah.
What's the best way to find you?
Plugs.
I'm Cat with 2 T's on Twitch. And on all the other platforms, I'm cat with two T's _ VT for vtuber. So yeah, that's about it. That's about
Yep.
it.
I'll put all that information on the screen here, guys, and then I'll also put all of her
Mhm.
links in the socials below if you want to go check her out. Great YouTuber. You might see me there every once in a while. Who knows? Yeah, that's about it. Any other final remarks before we go?
I guess just
I got
bye.
nothing.
Lube up your watch.
Goodbye.
Lube up your watches, guys. Bye.
Lube up the watches.
Lube up the watch. Don't put your thumbs up for that.